Hey guys, it's Michelle here, coming back to you today with an interesting topic, and it's about being a single mom and having a full-time job. So, if anything you hear today, you guys agree with, please hit that thumbs button, subscribe, and share, and leave a comment. It would help me a lot in their YouTube algorithm. Okay, here we go. As a single mom myself for 26 years, it has been incredibly crazy and overwhelming. And some of the things that helped me, it was asking for help. Surround yourself with friends and family who are there for you, who are there for you, for your child and yourself. I was so blessed and to have an amazing sister-in-law that was, thanks Pearl, that you have made my life so much easier with raising my son. But I have made so many mistakes in the process of myself. But it was mistakes that at the time never occurred to me until after. And here I want to share with you. One, in the beginning of being a parent, you were so excited about having, you know, huge parties and stuff for your kids. But think about it. For the first 1 to 2, 3 years, having a party that's cost you thousands of dollars doesn't make sense. That child doesn't remember anything. Who's that birthday party for? Is it for you or is it for the child? Is it to show off the child? Why not save that money for the child? Okay? And do a small, intimate thing. Take pictures so when the child reaches age, they can go back to that. That way, instead of having to work extra hours, 2, 3, 4 hours to keep that party, you end up spending the time with the child. You know, I had a video before that talked about teaching your kids about money and the value of money. If you sit at an early age and you teach your kid about, money and stuff like that, how you work, how you own it, then you tie it in and they'll understand. So you don't have to feel guilty about not being able to buy expensive gift for your child, because trust me, at the end of the day, depends on how you raise your child, it wouldn't matter. So my advice is, mistake I made, I worked 2 and 3 jobs at the same time, and my sister-in-law and my cousin, they were looking at my kid a lot of time, and I didn't spend time with him. And one of the things that I regretted was not being able to spend enough time. And actually, as an adult, it was said to me that my son wished that we were homeless, so I would have spent time. So what I learned about that, I was so focusing on working and making extra money to buy him all these expensive things, and to make sure he was looking good and and I didn't give him my time, and that's more important. That was more important to him. So, another thing is, make time for yourself. If it's an hour or 2 hours, your son goes to his dad, and don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty about not spending that weekend with your son. Don't feel guilty about not spending that summer or that holiday. Take that time to rebuild yourself, because you need to reboot, to stay fresh, to get a break, to focus a little bit about you instead of worrying about why, not, because your son or daughter is going to love you don't matter what. I've made some changes years ago and give up some position that was paying more money, and a lot of people never understood why I did that. But here's the thing: if you in a position that's paying you a lot of money and you are constantly overwhelmed and stressed and frustrated, and it becomes too much, and you go home, you take that out on your kid without even knowing, because maybe the simple little thing he or she said might snap. Maybe you're so exhausted and you're so tired, and you're coming home and you're being mom and you're cooking dinner and you're doing homework and you're putting school thing together, and then you go, putting your baby to sleep, and have to do all these things, and then you get a couple of hours and you get up and you got to do the whole routine, and then you go in a job that, you know, they're paying you a lot, so they expect a lot from you, and it becomes so overwhelming that you don't spend time for you. You break down. So you choose, is it, do I want this high paying and all this money to focus on buying expensive stuff for my kids to keep up with the Jones, or do I want to spend quality time with my kid? You know, save a certain amount of money so that way it's not so overwhelming. And I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I know it's easier said than done. But if we take time and we value what's important, we'll realize that it's way more easier than you think. You know, it's just some suggestions. I mean, at the end of the day, you is going to decide how you want to raise your children and what's important. But I really believe spending time with them versus buying expensive things. And I really believe making time for yourself so you can re-energize yourself, so you can be the best you. You cannot be the best you if you're tired and exhausted all the time. You cannot be the best parent if you're tired and exhausted all the time. Communication. Talk with your kid's dad. Talk with your kids. You know, make life as easy for you as well as for your children. I didn't want to get too into deep and stuff like that. I just wanted to pass personal experience, wish, done, stuff I had, should have done, I could have done, and missed. So I'll do a follow-up in this video if you guys want me to, with more details and suggestions. But if you guys like this video, please thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and tell me what you want me to talk about the next time. See you guys in the next video. Bye.